I'm 82 years old, and I'm finally saying out loud what I kept quiet for most of my life. I learned too late what silence cost me, and there isn't much time left to pretend otherwise. I'm not telling this because I want forgiveness or understanding. Most of the people who mattered are gone, or too far away to hear me now. I'm saying it because the truth has a weight to it, and carrying it alone at this age feels heavier than it used to. These days are slow. Mornings come early, whether I want them or not. I sit at the small kitchen table with a cup of coffee I sometimes forget to finish. The house makes noises I don't recognize anymore. Pipes, wood settling, the sound of time passing when no one else is here to notice it. I think a lot now, not because I want to, but because there's nothing left to distract me. When you're young, life is loud. Work, people, plans, noise. When you're old, it gets quiet enough that your own thoughts start knocking. I used to believe silence was safe. I thought keeping things to myself was maturity, strength even. I thought speaking up caused trouble and staying quiet kept the peace. That belief followed me for decades. I didn't wake up one morning and decide to ruin anything. That's the part people don't understand. Most regrets aren't made in a single moment. They're built slowly, out of reasonable choices that feel harmless at the time. In my 20s, I was busy trying to become someone respectable. I worked long hours. I took pride in being dependable. I showed up early and stayed late. People trusted me because I didn't complain. I told myself that was enough. I married young. She was kind, patient, and quieter than me. That should have been a warning. Two quiet people don't cancel each other out. They disappear together. When something bothered me, I swallowed it. When something hurt her, she waited for me to notice. I rarely did. Not because I didn't care, but because I thought love was proven by providing, not by talking. We had routines. Dinner at the same time, the same television shows, the same polite conversations about the day. It looked stable from the outside. I mistook that for happiness. When disagreements came up, I'd say, it's not worth arguing about. And sometimes it wasn't, but sometimes it was. I just didn't want the discomfort of saying how I felt. So I stayed quiet. When the kids were born, the house got louder, but I didn't. I worked more. Overtime felt responsible. Absence felt justified because it was labeled as duty. I missed school plays. Not all of them, just enough. I missed dinners, bedtime routines, long talks that happen when children think you're listening. I told myself there would be more time later. I told myself they'd understand when they were older. Silence makes promises it can't keep. There were moments I remember clearly now. My daughter standing in the doorway of my office, asking if I could help with something, and me saying, "In a minute." That minute stretched into years. My son once asked me why I was always tired. I laughed it off. I didn't explain that I was tired from carrying everything inside instead of sharing it. At work, I was respected. I was the one who didn't cause trouble, the one who handled things quietly. Promotions came because I didn't rock the boat. I thought that meant I was doing life correctly. At home, things felt thinner, not broken, just stretched. Like a rope pulled too tight for too long. My wife would sometimes say, "We should talk." And I'd say, "About what?" Not unkindly, genuinely confused. I thought if there was something important, she'd say it. She was waiting for me to meet her halfway. I never realized I was standing still. Years passed like that. Birthdays acknowledged, but not felt. Anniversaries celebrated with dinner, but no real conversation. We aged alongside each other, not together. When she got sick, I finally spoke more. Fear loosens the tongue. I told her I was worried. I told her I needed her. I told her things I should have said years earlier. She smiled and held my hand, but there was a sadness in her eyes that still visits me at night. Not anger, just knowing. She passed quietly. Fitting, I suppose. After the funeral, the house felt too big. I found notes she'd written, grocery lists, reminders, one scrap of paper with my name on it, and nothing else. I still don't know what she meant to write. That's when the silence started to feel loud. My children grew up and moved on. They call, sometimes, they're kind, they're busy. I don't blame them. I raised them to believe that being busy was love. We talk about weather, health, surface things. I want to tell them how proud I am, how sorry I am, how much I wish I'd been more present. But old habits don't die easily. I tell myself it's too late to bring up the past, that it would only make things awkward, that they're fine without hearing it. Silence, again, pretending to protect me. Friends faded away over the years, not through fights, just neglect, missed calls, invitations declined. One day you realize you don't know who you'd list as an emergency contact anymore. I sometimes wonder who will speak at my funeral, what they'll say. Probably that I was hardworking, reliable, quiet. They won't be wrong, but they won't be complete. The turning point came last year when I fell in the kitchen and couldn't get up right away. I lay there longer than I should have. The floor was cold. My thoughts were loud. I realized that if I died there, no one would know for hours, maybe longer. That's when clarity arrives. Not with drama, but with a dull, steady understanding. I spent my life avoiding discomfort and ended up with loneliness instead. There are things that cannot be fixed now, conversations that will never happen, apologies that arrived too late to be useful, a marriage that could have been deeper if I'd been braver sooner. Time does not circle back. It doesn't negotiate. I don't say this to punish myself. At my age, punishment is pointless. I say it because pretending otherwise would be another silence, and I've had enough of those. If you're listening to this and you're younger, I won't tell you what to do. I don't have the authority for that. I can only tell you what I wish I'd understood. Silence feels safe, but it charges interest. Every unspoken truth, every delayed conversation, every later adds up quietly until one day you're paying more than you can afford. Speaking doesn't guarantee things will go well. It just gives them a chance. Being present is uncomfortable sometimes. It requires attention, vulnerability, and the willingness to be seen imperfectly. I avoided that. I chose the illusion of control instead. I was never a bad man. I just wasn't a brave one in the ways that mattered most. Now my days are simple. I water a small plant by the window. I read the papers slowly. I talk to myself more than I used to. It's not all sadness. There's gratitude here too. I had love. I just didn't always show it properly. If this meant something to you, you don't have to respond. Just don't rush past the people in your life the way I did. I don't have much time left, and I'd made peace with that. But if I could trade one thing for a few more years, it wouldn't be strength or success. It would be the courage to speak when it mattered. That's what silence cost me. And that's the truth I wanted to leave behind.